Okay. So you feel your best years are behind you. Let's handle that. If you're feeling like your best years are behind you, that's because you have an energy leak in your confidence and your stability. This is something you can handle. This is something you can handle. But let's face the truth of why you're feeling like this first, okay? And the first thing that's coming to me are limiting beliefs that have been told to you, like we all grow old and die. Most people start hearing this from a really young age. We get old and die. I don't believe that personally. And this card says, pretend to be your 20-year-old version of self giving you advice right now. So when you were 20, how did you feel about your best years? What did you imagine your life would be like? Huh? Huh? Somewhere between 20 and now, someone got all up in your head, and it could have been you. You could have programmed yourself to believe that if you don't have a baby by the time you're 35, your life is over. If I haven't made $1 million by the time I'm 40, life is over. That is so fun. I crack myself up. Oh, I hit the mic. Okay, right? It's not over. You just need to change the way you're thinking about it. Okay? Just because the friends around you got their husband and they got their job and they got the crib and they got the babies and you're 45, your life is not over. Come on. It's not. That's just your limited belief. Do you know how many women are having babies in their 40s and 50s, even 60s now? Huh? I watched something where this woman just had her first baby at like 69, 65, something like that. It's whatever you believe. So if you believe your best years are behind you, you're going to manifest the proof of that everywhere you turn. Okay? When I was in my early 20s, this is when I was like in a place where I was proving to myself my beliefs around aging. Okay? From a young girl, I always was like, age is not as old as the people around me be trying to make it seem like. Like, I could just see that for myself. And I've always felt young. Like, I'm still young. I'll be young forever. Okay? However, when I was in my mid-20s, oh my gosh, I went through so many traumatic experiences by that time that I had over time ended up with, like, in a short period, 3 bald spots, like, I mean baby butt bald on my head. Okay, I was graying faster, my skin was wrinkling up and getting dark, and i I was looking old, and I was feeling old. Okay, here's the thing, what that I realized, I was in my mid-20s, so it was like that nobody is going to convince me that 25, 26 is old. No one's going to convince me of that. So that means if I'm having aches and creaks and all these things happening to me, it must be something that has to do with my lifestyle, because just not long before then I was just fine. And then some people will be like, oh, it's just health problems. I got health problems. But here's the truth. Are you being honest with yourself? Okay? It might be health problems, but those health problems are not just natural. I'm not saying that some people don't have natural health problems, but we're not even going to go into that, because from my perspective, it's all energetic. Okay? But for what happened to me personally, it was not just some natural health thing that was going on. I was smoking cigarettes. Smoking cigarettes gave me blood clots. I was drinking way too much. The trauma with the alcohol, with the cigarettes, and all the other stuff that I was doing, it was effing me up. Okay? It really was. And that's the truth. Stressing about the guy that I was with. Am I going to be accepted? Is he coming home? Like, this fool was gone for 30 days without contacting me. The fact that I even allowed him to come back, oh my gosh, to my house, showed you how out of alignment and unwell I was, just mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Those were the things that was causing the ailments in my body, okay? Those were the things that was causing me to age faster and to get the bald spots. And those were the things that I had to be honest about so that I could say, this is my current truth. What is my preferred truth? And then actually do something about it. So overnight, I quit smoking cigarettes. I quit drinking. I started working out. I went on a juice fast. Like, God was telling me left and right what to do. And you know what? I did it. And it literally changed my life in a way that I never went back. Like, that time was 20 years almost now. Ooh. Not quite, but it was 15, something like that. It's been a little bit of time. Okay. Oh shoot! I just told you my age. I'm 40. Okay. So anyway, yeah. So I was age, and I look younger now than I did then because of my lifestyle changes. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. Your best days are not behind you. You just need to put them in front of you. You need to consciously take steps to say, this is what I'm doing, this is who I'm going to become, and this is what I'm willing to do. It was in my mid-20s that I said, okay, I see, I've got some paths and roads ahead of me. Cool. I still want to be married. I still want more children. And at that point in time, then I had decided I want to be healthy enough to have babies in my 40s. And so then I started taking actions to ensure that my hips was ready. Was I always on point? No. Then I started taking actions to make sure my DNA was prepared with the best thoughts, the best actions, the best choices to pass down to my future children, right? And so you can do the same. And you can quantum leap yourself by giving yourself more self-love and increasing your confidence by making habits that protect your stability and your beliefs. So if you want more children, it doesn't matter. Although I started preparing in my mid-20s to have babies in my 40s, if wherever you're at now, you can start today. If you want to have more children, you can say, well, what do I need to do? How do I need to start? Maybe you need to spend a few hours a day stretching them hips so that it doesn't break. Okay? Maybe you do need to quit cold turkey and get some help. If this is what you want to do, instead of just taking the easy road, I'll do that to be more soft. The easy road and just saying, oh, it's too late for me. I'm too old now. No, you're just too lazy. You are. Come on. I'm telling you this because I love you. I'm too lazy with your beliefs and too lazy with what you're willing to do for yourself. That's the only reason. And if you change both of those things, there literally are no limits for you. And even if it doesn't happen in the way that you want, you can find a feeling that matches that desire. And the feeling is actually what you're looking for anyway. So you need to determine, what does your best life look like, right? What are your best years? What does that even look like? And when you determine what it looks like, then you have to say, what does it feel like? And then when you determine what it feels like, then you take steps to have that feeling every day, and then the universe will guide you to the best way to manifest that, even if it's not what you thought. Because usually what we're thinking, especially from a lower frequency state of what we desire for our lives, it's a lower frequency vision. Okay, so by the time it actually manifests into from a higher frequency, you're a different person by the time it comes. And so even what comes might be a match for you in a way you would not even imagined you'd like or be attracted to or desire when you were in a lower frequency state. So here are 3 journal questions that you can ask yourself, okay? To be honest with your truth so you can handle it, okay? What am I afraid I missed? Okay, it's not too late. What are you afraid you missed? And then number 2 is, what wisdom do I have now? And 3 is, one bold thing I'll claim today is. And this is how you can start to get yourself into the frequency of that which you want, instead of perpetuating a whole bunch of complaining and doubt of your old disbeliefs. Okay? Was that in the mic? Until next time, remember, we don't hide from the truth. We handle it sovereignly. Queen Mama Moon.